Oh my God, what is this? I love
I know you do.
Do you want a tongue kiss like Tom Cruise's?
Absolutely.
Oh
wait,
my
hold on.
God,
Here's my
thank
ear.
you so much. I'll get to that one later.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Last time we spoke, I know that you love that.
It is the best.
I have that, like, that's
We're totally
all I
brewing
buy.
that for lunch, after lunch. You guys have to try Tim
Yeah, it's
Hortons.
coffee. You have to open it. I mean, it's
the best
vacuum.
coffee.
But I buy it for home. That's all I drink.
Yeah.
And I know that you loved it.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Anytime.
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome. Anytime. Okay.
That's awesome.
Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations. You knocked it out of the park. My
Thank
God.
you.
When you got the script, were you like, oh, God, I can't wait?
I was so excited. Well, I was like, please let me get this role. It was unbelievable. You know, I've seen the Broadway show twice, and I'm a huge fan of the show, huge fan of the music, and then obviously my character was like the last one to be cast, so I already knew the stellar cast that was involved in this, and I was praying that Adam Shankman would bring me into this project because I really, really, really wanted to do the tongueiest tongue kissed in the world.
How do you prep for that? Like, you and your husband, lots of method acting.
9 years of being with my husband. You know, there's some, although I have to say, I don't think I've ever experienced that kind of a kiss before in my life, if you can even call that a kiss. It was unbelievable. And Tom and I were just kind of, you know, looking at each other after every take. We'd start laughing so hard and just going, what are we doing? This is crazy. And Adam Shankman would come up and he would just go, you know, would go anything else, anything, you know, any direction, and go, I don't know, it's so gross, just do it again.
Well, I love it how, you know, Constance, she comes in, she's all, you know, reserved, and then it just starts letting loose and letting loose. But, you know, what an amazing opportunity to play a character like that, I think.
It's unbelievable. It was such a fun combination of, you know, this woman who really has a lot of integrity, and she's smart, and she's a believer, a lover of music, and then, you know, does what every woman probably would do if an amazing, huge rock star came onto them, and you lose yourself. And, you know, it was so much fun to play that sort of tortured person, you know, God, do I do this? What am I doing? But it's Stacee Jaxx, and oh my God, I'm feeling something. You know, it was so much fun. It brought in the comedy to the whole thing.
What really, you know, initially surprised you about Tom? Because I can't even, is there anything that guy can't do?
That's what I mean. I mean, when they told me it was Tom Cruise as Stacee Jaxx, you know, having seen the Broadway musical, I just thought, but this man, he's so, I mean, he's almost 50 years old, and he does, you know, you look at a 50-year-old rock star and they look like they're about 80, you know what I mean? And I just go, how is he gonna pull this off? And I don't even know why I asked that question, because like you said, Tom can do anything. He's such a brilliant actor, and also the singing portion, I'd never heard him sing before. Of course, he's a phenomenal singer. He became Stacee Jaxx. I mean, you call action, and he just became this rock star. And I really didn't have to do anything but react, because I just felt everything that, you know, he was doing. It's amazing when you get to act with someone who's that talented. Yeah. It just brings up your performance to a different level.
A little rough and tumble there, Malin,
yes.
on the table there.
On the air hockey table?
Yeah, any injuries?
There were a few bruises, I'll have to say. My knees got quite banged up, and but you know, I think we made it through. Tom, you know, does motorcycle stunts and jumps off buildings, so he was just fine. This was like nothing to him.
And you worked with Katie too, you know, so is it kind of awkward, like, you know, the wife?
I think, yeah, exactly, you would think, but she, you know, I think because she's in the same business too, and we're all friends, it's almost easier to have sort of scenes like this with someone that you're familiar with and you know each other, because it becomes such a silly, crazy familiarity. You know, you feel like you're way more comfortable and you're way more able to be vulnerable, because you know that they come from a happy relationship. This guy's not going to try something funny on you. You know, it's always that weird concern and feeling when you go into any kind of scenes that have to do with romance or a lovemaking scene, or so I've always made sure, even with my husband too, that he comes and meets everybody, and all right, like, we're married and you're married and this is gonna be great and let's just have fun.
Well, what's cool about you, I mean, you know, you kind of had a leg up on people because you have a great voice and you had a band. That's how you met your husband.
Yep.
And now you're singing jazz tunes. I mean, my God, for you.
We're giving it a shot. We'll see what happens, you know. it re-inspired me to start music again, but it's a very slow process because it's hard. You know, I want to write all my own stuff, and that takes time, and time is not something that I have much of right now. So it might be, you know, a year or so before we come out with anything.
Well, then you're going to have to come back home to Toronto and perform for us.
Of course I will. If I ever get to that point, you know I will.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. I want to call. I brought you the coffee.
Yes, I will definitely.
What is the craziest thing that you did, or had done for the love of music that you can remember?
Craziest thing that I've done for the love of music? Well, I'll have to admit that I was a groupie for a band for a while. Ended up dating a member of that band for a little while as well, and that was pretty crazy. I don't know if I was more in love with him or with the music, you know, but it was an interesting journey to be a groupie.
What was the coolest thing on this set? I mean, there's so many amazing moments musically, but just to be there and for you, what was just?
I don't know if you can say that there was a coolest thing, because this really was the epitome of cool. I mean, it was a party. We had a party and we decided to shoot the party. You know, we decided to film it. But I have to say, you know, obviously working with Tom was a highlight. He's just, like I said, you know, just working with an actor who's that brilliant. It's amazing what it gives you as an actor and what you learn from it, you know, just watching these veterans perform. But I had so much fun also working with the monkey. That was kind of amazing. And I had a moment where we had to sort of rehearse because the monkey was going to be on my back. And, you know, when monkeys, they give you a hug, they kind of pat you on the back like a guy does. But he was coming from behind and his hands landed on my boobs and he was sort of patting my boobs, which was an awesome moment. So not only did I get fondled by Stacee Jaxx, but by his monkey as well.
You really lucked out in this film.
I did.
I have to tell you.
Got a lot of action.
Yeah, a lot of action. You are a busy, busy girl. You got a lot of stuff coming up, and I want to ask you about a couple of things. But I know that you have a film coming out with Nicolas Cage.
I do.
And I chatted with him, and he loved working with you. What was it like working with somebody like that? And tell me a little bit about the project.
It was great. It's a project that's now called Stolen, and I guess you can say I sort of play his love interest. I was his partner in crime, and we robbed banks, and he ends up going to jail and comes out, and someone kidnaps his daughter, and I help him get her back. And he's amazing. I mean, it's Nick Cage. You know, at first, it's that sort of strange feeling that we all have when we first meet someone that we've been watching for many years, and you go, oh, I'm talking to Nick Cage, and this is amazing. I'm working with him. But after a while, all those sort of walls fall down. You go, oh my God, he's just such a cool guy. We had so much fun. We hung out. You know, we shot in New Orleans, and he's lived there for quite some time. So he sort of showed us around New Orleans, showed us his New Orleans, and it was a blast. He's a sweet, sweet man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And is it true that you're going to be playing the 80s icon Blondie?
I am.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited. It's a movie about CBGBs, you know, and the owner and his journey. So they have all of the artists that came through there, and obviously Blondie was one of them. So I'm going to be playing her.
Practicing your call me. Come
yeah,
on, let's
exactly.
go. That is so
I still
awesome.
need to practice that one.
Wow. Well, congratulations on everything.
Thank
It's
you.
so great to see how well you're doing. And
Thank
we're all
you
proud
so
of you back
much.
home. And
Yes.
best of luck to you. And
thank you. I miss home.
Well,
Thank you for bringing a piece of it to me.
you are so welcome. And come back anytime. You're always welcome.
I
of course.
will.
Thank you
Trust
so
me.
much. Best of luck to
Thank
you.
you.